Hey guys, how's it going? Lagbro here, and welcome to this part 2 of the how to league start as a shadow into assassin or trickster. So patch notes are out now since 12 hours, and surprise surprise, they nerfed spellslinger. It got a pretty sick nerf. I'm gonna rant a bit about why I think this type of nerfs is detrimental to the game and why they really fucked up nerfing it this way. So first off, for those who don't know, Spellslinger got a 50% increase to the mana reservation at level 1, at gem level 1. So it went from 20% into 30% reservation. This makes it so you can't actually run 3 Spellslingers with any support gems because you'll have no mana at all. You can't run it even. So the issue I have with this type of nerf, this is like a Blizzard nerf. They just nerf stuff into oblivion so people don't want to play with it. So the reason I hate this type of nerf is it's nerfing a way of playstyle. It's nerfing a way of playing the game instead of just like balancing it down to be equal to other parts of the leveling process. So you remember the old Cyclone maybe was clunky as fuck to use, and they buffed it to be like a smooth skill to use, so was very useful and was very strong in Legion. In Legion then, when he nerfed it, they nerfed the damage and kept the smoothness of the skill. So people still wanted to play Cyclone. I think they should have done the same thing with Spellslinger. So instead of removing the possibility or the usefulness of it, they should have brought it down to power level of the other skills. That's not saying that I don't agree with some amount of increase in mana reservation. But what I think they could have done, for example, trying to make gems a bit more diverse. I would have gone with having, for example, a level 1 Spellslinger have 50% reduced damage. So that's for any skill supported by it, but still have a 20% mana reservation. So if anyone wants to run Spellslingers, sure, but it's going to be a 50% reduced damage. And then as the gem levels, the damage increases, and so does the mana reservation. So say at level 25, you'll have 0 reduced damage, so like the same damage as now, but you have a 25% mana reservation. In that scenario, people could choose if, let's say, oh, I can handle a 23% increased mana reservation. Okay, so I'm gonna take a 20% damage hit. And you can balance your support gems around that, and it makes it a bit more interesting and, in my opinion, a more fun way to balance it. But that's just me. And I mean, if they made that and like had that possibility for other gems as well, it'd make a lot more interesting builds, I think. So enough of that. Let's make the best out of these nerfs, and I've come up with a couple of ways. I've been doing some trying. That's why this video is a bit late, but I've been doing some trying different things we could do. So the leveling part is going to be the same as in the guide I made. Level 1 to level 28 is still going to be Caustic Arrow into Toxic Rain. Nothing has changed there. What has changed is after level 28. Or rather, actually at level 24, you need to pick up your Spellslingers at 24 and start leveling them in your offhand, while you're still using a bow, because they're gonna get reduced mana reservation as the gem levels. So the plan for me right now is to start using Spellslinger at 28, level them from 24. I'm gonna link Spellslinger with Soul Rend, Void Manipulation, and Control Destruction. So I'm gonna be Soul Rending on my, as you can see, on my Spellslinger, I'm still going to be Soul Rending. That is because Soul Rend is the main clear of this type of setup. Okay, so I'm going to pause here and I'm going to correct this. We're going to be using Soul Rend, Void Manipulation, or Control Destruction, and then lesser multiple projectiles. The reason we're using lesser multiple projectiles is that has a much lower mana multiplier than greater multiple projectiles. So with greater multiple projectiles, you won't be able to run both Soul Rend and Essence Drain with 4 supports or with 3 supports. And I'm also going to be having Essence Drain, Spellslinger, Void Manipulation, and Control Destruction. As you can see, there's a small little ball in our Soul Rend. That's our Essence Drain. After that, we're also going to use Contagion, but we can't have Contagion in Spellslinger. Actually, with the new mana reservation, we're going to be at 0 mana with this, so we're going to pick up some reduced mana reservation in the tree. But we're going to self-cast Contagion, And when we're self-casting Contagion, we can link that with faster casting. And the cast time, even with no frenzy charges, the cast time on Contagion isn't terrible. With faster casting, it's even better, and when we get 3 frenzy charges, it's even better than that. So the build didn't take that big of a nerf that I thought in the beginning. We're still gonna clear fine with Soul Rend. The reason I have a shit ton of level gems is because I don't want to level my gems or put in any skill points when I'm trying this out, so the builds are comparable to each other. So casting Contagion is going to be fine, and I'm not going to be using Contagion for small packs. I'm only going to be using Contagions if I see a huge pack, like covers the corner of the screen, I'm going to cast Contagion and then cast on it. Or if I see a shrine, you're going to see a shrine on the minimap, then you can cast Contagion on those mobs, and you can spread your Essence Drain that way. But I still think this build is going to be viable, or it's going to be a very good way to level. And after a while in the skill tree, this skill tree is not optimized for the new gems. So what you're going to do, instead, after you picked up Growth and Decay, let's not die here. So after you picked up Growth and Decay and the No Witnesses, we're going to skip this. And we're going to go down to Charisma, and we're going to pick up Reduced Mana Reservation here and Charisma for 12% Reduced Mana Reservation in total. That's going to make it so you can actually Flame Dash and you can use Frenzy. And after that, you pick up these nodes because this chaos damage is very close to Charisma. And after we're done with that, then you go up to Atrophy. So that's going to be the way I'm doing it. I would also recommend when you're looking at your wands or looking for wands, try to craft cast speed on them. It's not going to be, I mean, as you can see, Contagion is very fast still. I'm going to have 3 comparisons up with, I'm going to put them side to side with the original Spellslinger, with Soul Rend and Essence Drain on Spellslinger, and then Contagion and Essence Drain on Spellslinger, because I think that those 3 are the 3 options you could go for. Sure, you could go for Contagion with your second Spellslinger setup, but then you're still gonna have to cast Essence Drain. And like for a single target like this, you don't need Contagion on it. You just want Essence Drain and Soul Rend, because those are the 2 main damage dealers. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for this short catch up to the patch notes, and I want to wish you all the best of luck on League Start, and you'll be seeing me on Twitch today actually, and also on Friday I'll be streaming League Start. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.